on some hand techniques with Snacks Harrison here. Damon, been working with him since 2012. But, you know, he's got a new coach, so they're changing up his stance. They're having him push off his back foot versus the front foot, so we're working on that. Coach Anthony Gargiulo over here is a pass rush specialist, played at Dartmouth, played up in the CFL, and he's the best guy I know at teaching pass rush techniques, so he's working on that.
Damon's he's a big, strong, athletic kid. He's got a really great opportunity this year on a new system to really turn on his pass rush and get upfield in every play. The keys for him to turn that into sacks and big plays are going to be working his hands out of the stance naturally with a good pad level and a good body angle, and getting his hips engaged and worked around when he hits a pass move. So, you know, he's got to work on being loose in both hips and hands, being violent, being sudden, and then finishing upfield with a strong ripper, disengage, and driving to the quarterback.
You know, the guy who was helping me out today, he believes in, you know, circular motion in the body. And, you know, the stuff that he was showing me was pretty effective because he actually used it on me. And I have to say I still feel the effects of it right now, but, you know, that's all just some good stuff I can add to my repertoire.
We also have Coach Chris Politi here today working on hand fighting to really be efficient in a low manner and work on hand fighting. Almost training him like a judo person or a wrestler, if you will.
Extremely exciting working with these elite athletes, and you know what you'll find is they are really sponges when it comes to, you know, feeding information, and they take it in and they're so skilled they can put it right back out. I think Parabolic's doing some tremendous work, and I think the focus on skill is really combined with the will of these athletes. I mean, there's skill and there's will. These athletes are elite, so they've got the will. We're trying to work on them from a skill standpoint.
We want him to think less and do more as he gets to practice next week so that he can just execute and have the muscle memory out of the way and just be ready to just go. You know, we always say think less, do more, and we're really working getting his hands and lower body to work as one as well. Newton's law, you know, body in motion stays in motion. We're trying to keep him in motion, both his hands and feet. Sometimes when you're working with your hands, you stop your feet. We want to make sure that we're doing both.
Oh, the mental is huge. The mental aspect of it is huge because you have to remember a lot of stuff on the go. You can't think about it too much, but you have to think about it. I mean, I know it sounds crazy, but the more you think about it, the more it slows you down. So if you have the mental aspect of it down pat, then you should be fine.
If you could take some of the things that are the little nuances and add them to the repertoire of a 6'4", 350-pound athlete, you can only imagine how much more devastating they can be. And then incorporating the martial arts and combat. Let's face it, football is a violent game. I mean, there's no getting around it. So in the trenches, the linemen are in a hand-to-hand combat situation. The better you can equip them to combat each other from that same approach, the better they'll be. So again, it's only so much time on the practice field with the teams. This is stuff that these guys are doing outside of the franchise.
Everything that I had, from losing the weight to getting faster to getting stronger, more leaner, you know, that's all the credit to Brian Martin and the staff that he had. So once I heard that he was here and I needed to work on some stuff this offseason and get some things done, you know, it was a no-brainer to call him, and you know, they've done an excellent job.
You know, they're changing up his technique, going from putting a lot of weight on the front foot to the back foot. Like we talked about, the lower body and upper body are going to work together. So wanted to bring in Anthony as an expert to really work on that, and working on that weight transfer and how to be more explosive and just be natural and have fun. So I think that's the biggest thing. And these fundamentals can work for a fourth grader all the way up through the pros. They're working on the same fundamentals. And with our football academy, that's a lot of stuff we're going to be working on. So thank you, Coach, for coming out.
Very welcome. Good to be here.
Appreciate it.
Nice to work with Damon and you guys.
Is this thing on? He just met Big Red.
He's working the hips for here.
So I got Coach Ian Scott's going to be here working with you today. Ian Scott. Positive reinforcement and violence. Positive reinforcement and violence are the key for him here.
You see how the strength guys can always make something about strength. You're talking about the Dolphin back, man.
It's flat. They're on an upward motion. It's upward motion. I mean, that's where the team's going. You know, they used to be here, and that's when the Jets were getting them. Now they're here.
Right. Do that again. But you see, you gotta kind of like.
You're in my house now, buddy.